Hello, everyone, for another week. Welcome back to the You Like That podcast. You're joined with me. My name is Adam, and I'm one half of You Like That podcast.
My name's Jack. I'm the other half of the You Like That podcast.
Returning for
I'm
what
back.
seems like an eternity that you've been off
It's
from.
only been, it hasn't been that long, but fuck me, it feels like forever.
Feels like it, man.
Man.
When he's got to see a movie that doesn't involve you and then do the podcast. I loved having Jacob on here. Thank you very much, Jacob, for coming on and
That was a
helping
fun
us out for that
episode.
one. It was still fun, but you're just that other half. Complete me.
Can't recreate the other straight white male who likes movies,
Exactly
can you?
right. No, they're one in a million. Guys, welcome back again. Or you better say something?
Nah, it's all right.
No, you're right. You good?
Fine.
Welcome back, guys, again. We're here today with another new movie. We're finally getting back into the horror genre.
Are we?
Yeah, labeled that way. It's been a while since we've had a form of a horror movie out in the cinemas. I can't remember the last one, but it's been a bit of a hot take since we...
Would you count Shadow in the Cloud?
Jesus Christ, I don't want to classify that movie in any
Please
sort
go
of
back to that
category,
episode
man.
if you haven't seen it, because fuck me, what a movie.
Fun episode. Guys, thank you for buying all the merch, because you all seem to have received it all now, and you all look rather beautiful in it. As you can see, Jack is sporting his one right now.
Him indeed. One of them.
Yeah,
Or three.
One of few. There are extra things on the store. iPhone cases, Samsung cases, stainless steel water bottles, and pillows, if you're into that kind of thing, because Brooke just said, yeah, put it on there, I want it. And then someone went and bought an iPhone case. Whoever bought that, thank you.
Sweet.
It was literally there. It's just here you go.
I just put one of the free stickers on my iPhone case and I called it a You Like
Same
That case.
thing.
No
Same
one will know the
thing.
difference.
Exactly right. So, guys, if you are joining us for the first time, make sure you like, share, subscribe us everywhere that we are. Links for everywhere is in the description. And for our store, You Like That podcast.store. So check us out there if you want to pick up anything for yourself.
Before we start, I have quite a bad cold, so if I have to lean down and
It's nothing
cough,
out of the ordinary, is it?
yeah, if I have to lean down and cough,
At least you're addressing it
I'm
this
not
time.
sucking this sloth off. I'm just coughing, trying to cough away from the mic.
Which is fair. We appreciate the we appreciate the notion of that one. All right, let's jump into the news for the week. There's actually quite a bit of news that I've been able to stumble across from this week, which is always good because there was fucking nothing last week when we recorded earlier. So first, straight off the bat, Oscar Isaac has released a little training video, a bit of choreography.
I still forgot to watch it.
That's okay. For Moon Knight, the upcoming movie that he's starring in the Marvel movie, in what seems to be a choreographed fight with a couple other people. Shows him using a knife as well, which sort of alludes to that Moon Knight is going to go along the lines of being a violent type of character.
Yep.
He's fucking killing it too. He
Sweet.
had the moves. He's got the old grey beard, and he just looks gangster and pulling out all the moves. So if that's a taste of for what's to come, it's a good sign to know that he's going to be doing, the majority of the fights.
Yeah.
And not having to get someone in to double up for it.
Yeah, sick.
Because Oscar Isaac seems like
I'm
that
always
type of guy.
very fond of that.
Yeah, exactly right. Mads Mikkelsen confirmed for Indiana Jones 5.
Probably a bad guy, right?
You know he's going to be a bad guy.
You have to assume he's a bad guy.
As if he's not going to be the bad guy this
He'll
film.
do an accent of some sort.
They say he's in an undisclosed role, and you're like, just say he's the bad
Just
guy.
say it.
We know he's the bad guy. Don't even dance around that question.
No.
You get the scary looking European Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you can't make
Come
him
on.
friendly at all.
Not a
I'm
chance.
sorry, not with a head like that. He's fucking brilliant. So.
Yeah,
Indiana
100%.
Jones 5 will be terrible.
Oh, without a doubt.
Like,
Especially
why?
as
who wants this?
Harrison Ford has come and been like, I'm so old, yet somehow I guess I still need money.
Yeah.
You know,
No, because he keeps crashing planes on golf courses.
I need to pay for some new repairs on the 747 that I just crashed flying over the Pacific. Black Adam has officially started filming too. So the Rock's DC, very much driving that he is the new face of the DC universe.
Someone good got cast in that. Who was it? Dr. Fate. Someone as good as Dr. Fate. Fuck. It was someone good.
Fuck, it was.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Pierce
that's
Brosnan. The
fucking
Brosnan got the one for that one.
I love Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, so that's officially started filming, which is always good. So hopefully that sticks to its 2022 release date. Should we get it around there? Probably will be 2023.
We got
more than likely, but
is the Fast and Furious announcement in the news?
the Fast and Furious announcement is in the news. We finally got the full new trailer
With
for
a
the movie
confirmed release date.
which cemented the release date of being June
20
something. June 20 something. But I did hear a rumor that apparently International is getting it pushed a month closer. So we may actually be getting it in May. That's unconfirmed right now, but it was a little rumor I heard spinning around. But regardless...
Remember how pessimistic they were in January? They were like, fuck it, just leave it till next year.
Yeah.
And now we're getting it in a couple of months.
Yeah, no, it's on its way. But we got that full trailer.
Yeah, fuck.
Showed off a lot more because obviously the initial trailer was sort of the announcement of John Cena coming in as Dom's brother. This one sort of sheds a bit more light in terms of the story itself and everyone else's characters.
Yeah.
They show off again. It's literally just showing off the amount of money that they have to fund this and how stupid they want to go with it.
Yeah, a lot of close combat fisticuffs.
Yeah,
a lot of weird shit like that. Trying to believe that John Cena is Vin Diesel's little brother
that's the one thing that's throwing me the most on it.
Absolutely jaw dropping. It's so fucking funny
because you look at it and you go, all right, for one, they look completely different.
Yeah,
and you go, okay, maybe half brothers, maybe
half
that
brother
might get into
adopted,
that,
because
adopted something, because there's no chance,
yeah,
in hell that they're like have the exact same bloodline.
Surely
not a chance.
We'll find out,
but we'll find out very very soon for that one. In a quick other news for Fast 9, this was a random one that I saw thrown in the news with everything else, which was the director Justin Lin and also actress Michelle Rodriguez came out and said, wouldn't it be funny if we crossed over with Jurassic World? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for whatever reason. They said, yeah, a crossover would be sick. I mean, in today's day and age, anything can work. Michelle's like, yeah, this would be mad. And it's just like, okay, let's just pissing in the wind on that one.
Yeah.
And then the director, Justin Lin, was like, well, I always say never. But you just look at it and you go, come on.
So we all assume space, but maybe the real ending's going to be dinosaurs.
Yeah, real ending could be dinosaurs. They
like
did
an AT-AT, they drive a car around a dinosaur's legs, wrap it up and trip it over.
Yeah, so that's actually where Jurassic World 3 Dominion... That's why it got delayed as well, Jurassic World 3, was so that they could figure out how to incorporate Vin Diesel coming in and saving the day.
That is absolutely insane.
Well, you can just imagine the end of Jurassic World 3. It's like the end of Tokyo Drift. They save the planet, or however this movie's going to end, and then Dominic Toretto just rolls up and just looks over. Yo,
I'm also here.
You thought dinosaurs were bad.
I really want Jurassic 3 to end like heaps grim. I know it won't, but just like the dinosaurs is completely.
They have confirmed it is going to be the end of the whole Jurassic era.
For the next 10 years at least.
I'm sure someone will die. Someone will get chomped. So we may get a Jurassic World and Fast crossover in the future.
Bloody hell.
Kevin Feige has also announced that Doctor Strange 2 is in its final week of filming.
There were set photos released, and it's just a bloke with an iPhone across a field. Took some photos of a tent with some cars parked out the front. They were like, that's where they're filming Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool.
Yep, nice. And works.
You cannot even zoom in because it's just like, there's just nothing there.
You're like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, the news sites needed something. So
yeah, well, they did have... Feige was in a video chat, and he was wearing like a Doctor Strange hat, which was like a three-dimensional looking type hat. Looked to be like a new logo. It was like the Sanctum Sanctorum logo, but there was like a blue shade and then a red shade either side of it. So everyone was just like, whoa!
Oh my god.
Spider-Man colours.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be in it.
Well, that's basically confirmed. Is that apparently there was other photos saying that they are using the Sanctum set for Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
So it has to happen. It's
of course.
It's going to be a part of it if anything else wants to make sense. In terms of that, Alfred Molina coming out to confirm his Spider-Man 3 role.
Just before I left my house today.
Yep.
I love that he just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah, nah, I'm in it.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's like, I don't, sue me, Marvel. I'm already in the movie.
Yeah.
I already got your money.
Because I think for them, they were looking at going, he's sort of probably the easiest one to announce a returning character from the old franchise. Just get Alfred Molina to say he's in it.
Yeah. Well, Jamie Foxx, I guess he got the okay to say it because he was quite.
It seemed like he did, but then he seemed like he didn't. Like it got taken down, and it was sort of like, I shouldn't have said it, but Now you know.
Whereas Alfred Molina was just like, I don't care. I'm in it. That's my next thing.
Excuse me. Yeah. But he did confirm that they are digitally de-aging him in it though. Mm-hmm. Which he said he had his own little thoughts about the whole digital de-aging, because obviously we see that a lot in a lot of newer
Michael
movies
Douglas
now.
in Ant-Man 2.
Yeah.
Pretty heavily.
Sam
and
Jackson
yeah.
in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
He said it looks cool and all that. The only thing he's worried about is the action sequences.
Yeah.
Because he was saying with the Irishman when they digitally de-aged De Niro, and he's like, it's cool, but when he's doing a bit of movement, it's a bit...
You lose it a little bit, yeah.
So it seems like they might have saved it and probably have a decent way to get this done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Marvel and Disney, so money's no issue there. So we can 100% confirm Alfred Molina, Doc Ock, is in Spider-Man 3.
Yep.
Where does this leave me now? Shazam 2 has casted Lucy Liu as a villain in the movie.
Oh, that's fucking great news, dude.
It is mad.
Lucy Liu rules.
She's still incredibly amazing.
Yeah.
As just an actress.
Yeah.
Doesn't age a day.
No.
She looks exactly the same as she always has. And she's a fucking badass, man.
Yeah. Oren Ishii in Kill Bill 1.
Yep.
Just one of the coolest characters of all time. Like,
yeah.
Just such a fucking scary badass.
She's
like,
fucking...
She will be
she
a
bad,
sick
man.
villain.
She's
She's
going to be
also
good.
extremely attractive.
She is very much so.
Has nothing to do with her acting. It's
Nope.
just a matter of fact. She's
Just really good.
a very good-looking woman.
Very true.
So yeah, that's great. Like, fuck, the first Shazam movie,
I still
die on
haven't
that
watched
hill.
it.
I will die on that hill forever. It's such a fucking
I'm
good
still
movie.
trying to find the time to watch it.
So yeah, I'm excited for number 2.
We've also confirmed that Gundam is getting a live action movie as well. So any anime weeaboos out there that remember the old Gundam Wings,
Yeah.
absolutely brilliant when you were a kid, because that shit was around from the fucking 80s and 90s.
Don't know what that is. Is it Voltron?
Think Voltron, but more anime.
Okay, right.
So they're getting a live action of that, which could be cool. It will be weird. Might be like the
Evangelion, Neon
Evangelion,
Genesis,
Neon Genesis.
Next Gen,
fucking thing.
ZX,
Yeah,
Naruto.
same thing. Might be like that. Could be different. Could be cool. I mean, it's Gundam have been around for a long fucking time. So for the fact that I haven't tried yet, good to see that they're going to take it on board now. The full Army of the Dead trailer.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No. I'm just going to watch the movie. It's close enough to the movie that I'll just watch it.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I think.
It was a good look into the movie, because obviously we got that like a teaser,
Yeah, it was like a
trailer.
minute 10 or
Sort of just like
something,
showcasing Dave Bautista and...
the cast, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
This new one gives us the drive of the story and what we're going to expect. We get to see Hiroyuki Sanada as the guy that's sort of leading the group of Dave Bautista's team to get this money. Hiroyuki Sanada, who is playing Scorpion in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, there you go.
Next week. Cannot wait.
Oof.
But yeah, a really good look, because I was never too sure about this movie when I saw that first teaser trailer, because I'm like, Vegas, and it's like weird looking. It just seems like it could be funny.
Yeah.
Don't know what to expect. After watching this trailer, I'm like, this is going to be sick.
Yeah, good.
So we get to see zombies are smart in
cool.
this. They have more or less their own tribe, I guess. They're sort of adapted and they can communicate with each other in a way.
The zombie tiger or whatever
The
it was.
zombie tiger came
cool.
up at the end, and we
metal.
saw half-looking dead zombie tiger, which did look pretty cool. So there's a lot to expect from this, and it's made me more excited now for it.
And it's just going to Netflix.
It's gone straight to Netflix, which is always a good thing. It means we don't have to spend any money on it.
Skin off our back.
Yep. Pete Davidson's going to be portraying Joey Ramone in an upcoming biopic on the said person, Joey Ramone from the Ramones. Good choice, weird choice, fitting?
I don't know that much about the Ramones.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
I know that Joey Ramone was tall and skinny and kind of weird looking, so...
Fits the bill right there.
New York, like very heavily New York bands.
Yep.
Yeah, that's Pete Davidson's oeuvre.
I think it'd be
tall,
good.
Skinny New York.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for Pete if he
chuck a wig on him.
If he takes it pretty seriously, like he did with like King of Staten Island.
Yeah.
I think he's shown that he can be a really good actor.
Yeah.
As long as it's the right thing for him. It'll be a good little payday for him, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think all we have left now, I just wanted to end on, is the behind the scenes of Mortal Kombat videos that came out. These showcased a little bit more of the movie, some scenes we hadn't seen already. But this was more or less showcasing the real life fighting between certain characters and showing that it's not just stunt doubles. This is proper choreographed moves. So it really heavily focused on Lewis Tan, who's playing the new character Cole Young, also Hiroyuki Sanada and Joe Taslim as Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And just the way that they're talking up how they were fighting and everything, like Mecha Richards, who's playing Jax, was saying Joe Taslim was so fast they had to tell him to slow down because no one could keep up with like his fighting style or anything like that. So just made me so moist watching that as well. We saw a little bit more of Cabal in his fight with Liu Kang, which looks really sick. There's been like little bits of the movie coming out on the internet here and there that I've sort of wandered my eye upon because I just cannot wait for it. And boy, this is just going to be a fucking ride and a half.
Yeah, I've just been avoiding it. I really want to go in as blind as I can.
Yeah,
I'm very
excited.
Good like that, very excited for it.
Yes, and that is going to be a very big soon. One next week.
Next week, sorry.
Yeah, advanced screening out Wednesday, and then from Thursday it's out. So I'm planning to see it twice, like I did GVK, just because I don't care. I know I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
As a person who's always loved the fighting type of movies,
I think it will be very good at minimum.
Yes, at a minimum.
Yeah, I think base level will be very good.
Yeah.
You know, highest hope obviously is you want it to be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I think at very least I will enjoy the hell out of it.
The biggest point I've seen from it is a lot of people saying, if you like the games, this is the movie for you.
Yeah, right.
So, base it how we will. So with that, let's jump into our main review of the week. So this week we're looking at The Unholy. The Unholy is a horror movie released this year, directed by Evan Spiliotopoulos, who...
Great name.
Yeah.
Fucking great name.
Who hadn't actually directed anything previously, but he did write the rock version of Hercules. He wrote the Charlie's Angels remake.
Oh, okay.
Not a great listing that we've got going on here.
Blimey.
This was based on a novel from 1983 called Shrine. So this isn't technically written by anyone. It's just taking the extract of a novel and creating a movie version of it, which we always love to see because they always work well. Runtime of 99 minutes. Not terrible, but terrible. Don't have a budget for it. I can't assume it was too much.
I'm going to guess $36.50. That's my guess.
Price of 3 tickets to go see this movie, basically. It has returned 7.7 mil in the box office thus far. And then it just got absolutely rinsed in Rotten Tomatoes.
Gee, I wonder why.
28% on the critics.
Too high.
And 57% on the audience.
Who the fuck? Fuck off.
Yeah, I fucking...
Who voted for that?
I know. So, movies led by Jeffrey Dean Morgan. We also get Cricket Brown, Katie Aselton, Diogo Morgado, William Sadler, and our boy from the Saws, Carrie Yules.
Oh, it was him.
That was him. Very slimmer.
Very, very slim.
Because at first he came up and I was like, is that...
And he's doing an accent as well, yeah.
He's doing like a weird sort of like Irish American.
The eyes.
The eyes were throwing me, but then I was looking, I'm like, I think it is.
Yeah.
And then later on in the movie, I was like, nah, that is him. Yeah, it's definitely him.
Towards the end, when
he's a bit more getting into it, I'm like, no, that's definitely him. He's just like, he's
looking
good for himself.
He looks good, man.
Looking good for himself.
Reckon he'll show up in Spiral? I reckon he will.
Because
he showed up in the fucking last one.
I know. I put out the tweet to say odds on the copycat Jigsaw killer being led by a female.
Yeah, probably.
I can really see it happening. The voice that they're using to do it from the latest trailer sounds femininish.
Femininish.
It could be a spanner in the works to throw for it. We could be wrong. It could just be Sam Jackson.
Yeah, probably.
We never know, but we'll find out next
month
anyway. So Jack, lead us into it. The Unholy. What do you think?
Oh my god, this is just a turd, wasn't it?
It really
just
fucking
a turd.
was.
Like, how many more of these movies can they make?
Yeah.
Like, who is it for? Because they pump these movies out for no money in the hopes that horny teens will just buy tickets and then just sort of talk over it or whatever.
Everyone wants to be Jason Blum, basically.
Yeah. But this isn't interesting enough for a horny teen. The trailer wasn't interesting enough for a horny teen. There's I counted. There's 3 jump scares, and then the end is a bit noisy for probably 14 seconds.
Yep.
But yeah, so they're not going to walk away and be like, "Oh my god, remember that one jump scare?"
Yeah.
Because it's really bad. The monster design is terrible. It's just like they're just reciting Christian jargon.
Yep.
Like there's no reason for what they're talking about.
Yes.
Really, and it's just like what are you even saying? Why are you? It's not driving the story. You're just talking about this mumbo jumbo that just makes no sense.
Yeah.
It looks terrible. Like whenever the divine spirit appears behind her, it just looks embarrassing. Jeffrey Dean Morgan could not have cared less.
Yeah, he really
he didn't try at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ending is insulting. Like genuinely insulting. I'm surprised I made it actually. Yeah. I was so fucking bored. It looks like a high school set at the end. Looks like a high school play. And then there's bad CG fire.
Yep.
Forced emotion. Jeffrey Dean Morgan sheds a tear. So I guess he cared somewhat on that day. He cared enough to rub an onion in his eye or whatever.
He knew he was closer to the paycheck.
But yeah, it's just like we can't... You've just seen it so many times. Yep. But this is a worse version of that. This is worse than Curse of La Llorona.
Yeah.
I think it's worse than that, which is already a low bar.
Yeah. 100%.
I think it's worse than all of the Annabelle movies. You know, and that's what you have to compare it to because that's the market it's aiming for. But it's just such a swing and a miss because the market doesn't give a shit. The market won't give a shit. There were 2 teenagers behind me, and they talked through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm just going to listen to that conversation because it's more interesting than what's happening. Like, yeah, Stacey is a slut, you know? Like,
Haley is right.
Yeah, fuck. But yeah, this was just embarrassing. I don't know how this got a theatre release. It also feels like it was made in 2015.
Yeah, 100%.
Obviously, because it's one of these movies, you can't find anything about it. But I guarantee it was.
I've got a bit of notes I can hit you at the end with.
I guarantee it was made not recently.
Yeah, I'm in 110% agreement with everything that you say. I did not have any fun with this movie whatsoever. I rated the jump scares as the exact same as the original YouTube jump scares.
Yes.
So y'all remember the driving through the forest, and then it's driving along. It looks like a nice car ad, and then the zombie chick pops up in the screen and just scares the shit out of you.
Yeah.
These jump scares were designed on that basis.
Yeah.
There was no leading your heart into it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't feel scared.
There's no cool camera trickery, like shadows in the background or anything.
Yeah.
They didn't even bother with that. It's such an ugly movie. Like, probably 75% of it is in, you could almost say pitch black.
Yeah, basically.
Almost. When they're under the church, when he's in the confession booth, anytime they're at the hotel, it's all just completely pitch black.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't be fucking bothered to light the set.
Yeah, not fun. It doesn't look good. As you said, the demon design is an absolute... it's an absolute fucking, like...
It's embarrassing.
It's a spit in the face of people who actually work on VFX design and wanting to create something that is scary, that is memorable, that leaves you an impression of going, if I ever see a picture of that character on the internet, I know where to reference that to.
And I will feel something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll feel scared. Like, you see the nun from the Conjuring movies. Yeah. You know instantly, and you're just like, regardless of those movies, it's fucking scary as shit.
Yeah, when she's at the end of a hallway, that's creepy, man. That's really fucking creepy.
You see anyone from the Evil Dead, you go, fuck yeah. You see Freddy Krueger, you go, fuck yeah. There's many and many characters that you can associate a form of emotion to. And this is literally just going, it's just a fucking demon in a veil.
Oh, God.
In a white Handmaid's Tale fucking...
It does that despicable camera trick of speeding up and slowing down.
Yeah.
And then it's just a contortion. They just hire a contortionist to move around a bit.
Yeah.
And then they just speed up the footage to make it look like scary.
And it doesn't.
It's just so... Like, this movie, like... I know the internet has taken over the word cringe and it doesn't really mean what it should mean anymore.
Yeah.
But in the truest sense of the word, this movie is so cringy.
Yeah.
Like every time it tries to scare you, you're just like, oh, like...
That's all you had?
You are so far off the mark
yeah.
of what is even startling.
Yeah.
It's not even startling. The jump scares aren't startling at all.
No. So,
it's like, so weak.
The way I hear this movie is like it's labeled as this horror, and okay, you've got the horror aspect of a demon is possessing this woman to gain a following, and the whole backstory to this.
The demon's
name
is Mary, so she fools people into thinking it's the Virgin Mary and is divine, but is actually like sinister.
It's just a fucking follower of Satan who's gone. Yeah, I can get people to fucking pledge themselves to Satan.
Yeah, the power is in belief.
When, mind you, there's many plot holes in terms of this demon to begin with, but this movie is, for me, the way I like gauge the whole thing, and especially by the end of it, it cemented my case for it. This movie is so heavily religious, on a religious basis, not off a satanic basis or a demonic basis. This is pure, people need to have more faith. We need to drive religion to people. It's almost like an indoctrination by the end of it.
Yeah, kind of.
When that end part comes up and you have that Bible verse, I've gone, get fucked.
And that's what I mean by the Christian jargon. Like, they just put words in.
Yeah.
Like, the priest or whatever is just saying words, and it doesn't mean anything. Carrie always is just spewing nonsense.
Yeah.
And is that what church is like? I don't fucking know. I've never been to church. But...
man, I don't know. It's like that. His character sort of sheds that part of like, all right, Christian churches and all the mega churches and that are literally just money grabbing. Like when Jeffrey Dean comes in and he's just like, oh, she's fucking, it's this demon. He's just like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're like, well, fucking what? It's like, look how many people are watching.
So where's the threat? You know? Like, if the character doesn't care at all, like, why should we?
And there's no reason to care for anyone in this movie.
Oh, God, no.
Like, even, so the girl that's possessed, Alice, she, we get given her, the first time we see her is she's in the middle of the road, and it's that whole standard, driving late at night, Jeffrey Dean drops something on the floor, he reaches down for it, and you go, I wonder what happens next.
When you are making a movie, and you're like, okay, we're going to put this scene in, do you not go, I have seen this 612 times. I've seen this in every episode of Supernatural. For however long that show's been going. Since
any horror movie that's come out in the last 10 years has used this scene. Because it's easy for them.
Yeah.
They go, here's an easy scare.
He goes, whoa, like that, and he's driving through the forest, like avoiding trees. And then there's a shot where he walks back onto the road, and the car's just there behind him, facing the other way somehow. So it's like, did he go through the forest and go, whoa?
You're like, it seemed like he drove through a lot more woodland than he actually walked out from.
It's like a Family Guy bit. Like, he just keeps going, and then it's just like, oh no, the car's right there.
Yeah, and then it's just, from that, you get
there's so much silly shit like that.
Yeah, you got the whole, like, the real, like, white person horror-led thing where he then sees her walking and just decides, I'm going to follow her.
Yeah.
And you just go, cuz, I'd be calling AAA for your fucking car or something because you're going to need a tow.
And you obviously didn't hit her.
Yeah, it'd be like, she's fine.
She'd be like splattered on the ground.
You wouldn't stop for a deer.
You got a big Jeep, yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking fine.
Yeah, and there's, I don't know why this sticks out, and I don't know where else I would put it in this review, so I just have to say it. It's when the big fucking event at the end. You know, like they're doing the big sermon to get the faith levels up.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's a fucking faith health bar down the bottom. Like, that's the way they're talking.
Fucking oath.
And he walks in, and it's like this massive hall, right? Yeah. And he walks in and just quietly goes, I made it all up. Nah, I did it. I made it up. And then the editor, and then like, so everyone's like jeering and booing. And then the editor lady goes, just as quietly as you've ever heard, just goes, nah, let him speak. With no emotion. There's no reason why she would just be on his side.
Yeah.
So, like, because she fucking hates him. The whole movie, she hates him. And, you know, and she goes, no, let him speak. And then everyone falls silent.
It is like...
And then he gets to go, I made it up. She's full of shit.
It's the most unthreatening, like, climax to an ending. Yeah. Because the whole thing is this demon has possessed this girl, and she's now going to spread this message, and this is where the end game is supposed to be, and it's supposed to be the whole spread this message and forever lose all these souls to fucking Satan and that. And as you said, the way he just walks in, and it's so nonchalant, like it's like they slow motion run through like the field of everyone, but as soon as they walk through that tent, he just sits there and just goes, yeah, as you said, it's all a lie.
Yeah, I did it.
Don't listen to
because he's like this, like what can I compare him to? I don't know. He's like Spider-Man. Like he's a journalist who just made some stories up.
Yeah.
But every single person on the planet knows who he is.
Yeah.
And he's like a newspaper journalist.
Yeah.
So like his photo probably isn't out there or anything.
Yeah.
And everyone on Earth knows who he is because the second he goes, I made it up, everyone's like, again,
you're the same guy you've always been.
And it's just, and everyone who meets him is like, you shouldn't be around here. You shouldn't be showing your face. So it's just like, he wrote for a fucking newspaper. Like,
he wanted to fabricate some stories.
Newspaper writer. Right now, name me a newspaper writer.
Samantha Ryan.
Okay, that's probably one.
Fucking it might be.
It sounds like a journalist name, actually.
It does.
But yeah, it's just like, it, and that's part of the cringe factor for me as well. It's just like, is the one famous actor, he has to be this like mega star, like within the world of the movie.
Yeah.
He has to be this mega star for a dumb reason.
Yeah.
So then people listen to him at the end and believe, and just lose all their faith instantly.
Yeah, and you just go... Is this like how thick the Christian community is?
And this kid with cerebral palsy just believed he could walk. And then as soon as he hears that it's a lie, his legs just give out again. It's not how cerebral palsy works.
Fucking no chance.
It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And it's ugly. That last scene, that's what I mean about the high school play set.
Yeah.
It is despicably
not okay.
ugly.
They throw
set.
really bad looking fire CGI in
bad.
this, and you just go, holy shit, this is not what it's supposed to look like at all.
Yeah, and they opened up Infinity War program for that, like when he ashes away.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same effect. Like they just rented it off Disney.
You're going, they're just going, can we borrow that that programming for a second?
Like,
got the same thing to do.
It's not threatening at all. Like they just kind of meander away from the Mary, who, and the story is she got a mask nailed to her face, right?
Yeah.
And then like she takes the mask off when she's in her demon form. Like, wouldn't there be like big fuck off holes all throughout? Like, if you're designing a monster, you should be like...
If she also had these nailed to her face, shouldn't you have not been able to have easily just gone, yeah, there's no nails anymore.
Like, but her skin rotted away. Okay.
It's like, so you can get rid of the nails, but you still look like a burn victim.
Yeah, she just looks like she got burnt.
Literally, I put this next to what Voldemort would look like if he was burnt.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Yeah.
What's with the big black button eyes?
Yeah.
That's not scary.
Like Coraline, yeah.
Yeah,
Coraline was actually scarier.
100%. So the demon itself is like...
And you only get one kill. If this was a slasher ghost demon movie, you would expect more kills, but someone just gets hanged in a very unspectacular stuntman just dropping into the back of frame.
Yeah, and it was just... It's not what you wanted to see it as.
No.
You're just like, oh, how cliche. He gets hanged.
Yeah, and then...
Because she was hung.
A demon monster, like, slowly speeding up and slowing down. And you know exactly what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah, so this demon is supposed to be so, like... so evil and satanic, yet it can't be Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
It really isn't that threatening. To be honest, because it hangs out of the hotel, it just doesn't do much.
It's just a bit of a bitch.
Just gives him a spook.
Yeah, it comes to him in his nightmare, which that was fucking terrible. That first time he sees her and he has that nightmare and she comes out of the water.
Yeah.
And she does the whole like crab spider dance.
Yeah.
And then comes to the camera and then it's the whole, that's that original jump scare where it's just straight up in the middle of...
Yeah, that's one of the...
Takes up the whole screen.
Yeah.
And you're like, for one, it sucked already and now it sucks even more.
Yeah.
And then he just sort of wakes up and he doesn't think of anything about it.
No.
Like, that's his normal nightmares.
Yeah.
He's just imagining random rivers with demon women
popping
up out of them.
For that or something? Like,
If I woke up from that, I'm not going back to sleep.
I'm calling in sick to work.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I need to see someone right now.
And what is she? A doctor? Or a lawyer? Doctor. She's a doctor, right? The main girl character.
Yeah. The one that's looking after the Alice and that.
She
Yeah.
just drives him home, but she hates him.
Yeah.
And there's no
Does she fall in love with him again by the end?
Because at the end they're a happy little family, I think.
He's a man of faith afterwards.
Yeah, she's like, oh, you can live here with me.
Yeah.
Suck my boobs.
Yeah.
She didn't say that.
But if it was our movie, that's what it was.
To make this more interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, she just hates him, and then she misses her pastor's funeral for him to go digging through some files.
Yeah.
You would be a bit more. You'd be like, no, I'm going to this funeral. This man raised me in a church.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to his funeral. And then she's just he's like, I have to go now. And she's like, okay, and just follows him. That's what I mean about Jeffrey Dean Morgan being this superhero. Everyone just okay,
yeah,
let's go with him.
Yeah,
okay.
But
he looks fucking homeless.
Yeah, it's the Jeffrey Dean look, isn't it? He can only look really good in The Walking Dead and look like a sexy man. And then this he just goes.
He's in Watchmen briefly.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's weird looking in that one as well. But so the basis behind if we look at the Christianity feel behind everything here, so his character is given off as more of a atheist, I guess, not as much of a believer. He's just a grubby journalist trying to find a story, and by the end of this, is a man of faith. Yeah, because the ending,
ask God to,
the ending that we get, which is the final showdown with Mary, who completely eradicates and end games Carrie-Ules with one touch.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Jeffrey Dean Morgan, wants to play with the food.
Yeah, he just
has
a bit of hand a little bit.
It hurts his hand and then pokes him in the thigh with a burnt finger. And it's why don't you just do the same thing? Obviously, he's a threat to you.
Yeah.
Why not just just end game themselves? Just snap it, gone.
Yeah.
No, play with the food. And then Alice jumps
Mr.
in.
President's him. No.
Mr. President comes in, cops the hand on the chest. And the whole thing about this demon Mary is she can only survive through her children.
Her descendants, yeah.
Yeah. So if Alice lived and had a baby, she could then feed on the baby once Alice dies.
Yeah.
So she basically endgames herself by killing Alice. So the demon endgames itself away. Alice is dead. Jeffrey Dean Morgan has a cry over a girl that I'm pretty sure is at least only 17 or 18.
And he's known her for 3 days.
Known her for 3 days. He's very weird, holds her in his arms, and says to God, I've never done this before, but hey, she fucking saved us all.
Yeah. If you were God, you'd just be like, fucking no.
You'd be like, you're not the only one who's asked for this.
Yeah. You haven't checked in with me for 37 years.
Exactly right.
You're asking for a favour just straight out of the blue.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, what are you
I'd
going
be
to
like someone you knew in year 2 messaging you on Facebook going, oh, can you help me move? You would be like, no.
If I'm still waiting to get my pencil back that you stole from me in fucking year 2, you bitch.
Let alone fucking resurrect someone.
Yeah, God would be looking down on this guy being like, you're acting very close with this young girl right now. What are you going to do if I bring her back?
Oh, no, the Catholic Church is well into that.
Makes sense now why I brought her back.
Not much of a problem in that.
Yeah. So basically, God brings her back. She wakes up. They embrace and have a hug.
But how does Mary not just come back? What's the... she had to wait 10 seconds to be dead, and then she's officially dead,
Yeah.
If Alice came back straight away... Mary's just still alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't pull that trick on me.
He's going to be just count down.
Yeah.
9 and 10. All right, we're good. Good to go.
I'll say a quick prayer.
Yeah. So then, the final part of this is we find Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a man of faith now, and because he says the whole, there was no pulse. She was gone. He brought her back. Okay.
Yep. And we're supposed to because Alice goes deaf again.
Yeah,
and he's they're on Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and he goes to start talking in sign language, and then it just cuts to Alice.
Yeah.
The whole time he's talking.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back to him, and he's just doing this. And then the line is like, I've been practicing. It's just like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan could not be fucking bothered to learn how to be like, hey, I appreciate you in sign language or whatever. Alice barely knows sign language. She does like, thank you, and then that's about it. But it's just like, they couldn't even be fucking bothered to spend a day or two just looking at a sign language book.
Nah. Not a bar of it.
It's so lazy. This movie is so fucking lazy. There's 3 sets.
It
one of them is outdoors of one of the other sets, so I'm still only counting it as 3.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, I don't really want to speak too much more on this. I'll tell you these last few notes I had. So obviously, the drive of this movie's marketing was from the producer Sam Raimi,
which they did with the Grudge remake as well. And Sam Raimi's name is not even on it. It's just his production company, Ghost House Pictures. Yeah, so it's from Sam Raimi's production company, who someone else runs, and Sam Raimi just goes and makes Doctor Strange. You know, like Sam Raimi has no idea this movie exists.
Yeah, no. I think there was some promotional posters that they put him on, and they went from producer Sam Raimi. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, so it's got to be good. I mean, I said it to you because I sent you the trailer. I'm like,
because producer is in super fine print. So it's like from Sam Raimi.
And the trailer just says 2021 Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh, new Sam Raimi horror film. This would be sick. And it wasn't until I read into it and I've gone, oh, he's a producer, one of 4 producers.
Yeah.
And then, it's just because it's his production company that are producing it.
It's not him at all.
Yeah.
So don't blame Sam Raimi.
It's not Sam Raimi's
fault. Sam Raimi's fault.
So the other thing was, this movie was being filmed in 2019.
That's not as long ago as I thought, to be fair.
It did halt during it because of COVID, so it didn't finish until the back end of 2020.
I can't believe they all came back.
The big one for this was, though, when filming resumed, due to CDC guidelines, there could be no more than 10 background actors on set together at once, forcing the director to use the same people in 5 different places.
Oh, shit. I wish I noticed that.
Yeah.
Fuck. I wish I read that before. Cause then I would have had enjoyment out of the movie from trying to pick all the same people.
Exactly.
That's pretty good.
So...
That must be why the waitress gets so much airtime.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is she? She's just in it so much.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she's just had to be in many places more than once.
That's really good.
Okay, yeah. So that's the Unholy, guys. I don't want to speak any more about it.
It's a fucking... Yeah.
It was just a horror movie to throw into the mix for 2021 to be like, hey, we're going to start giving you good movies, but don't forget, there's still shit movies out there.
Yeah, we can still pump these out.
And they go, before we give you what you want, you got to watch the shit. And we watched the shit, and we've reported on the shit.
Next. We did our time, and we got Spiral next.
Yeah.
Like, not as in next horror
Not
movie.
next.
Not next movie, the next horror movie.
Yes. All right, so that's that done. Don't go see it. It is everywhere.
Don't go and see it.
Shout out Event Cinemas as always. Sponsor us, please, soon. So we don't have to pay for these ones.
Or any of them. Even the good ones. I'd be happy to not pay for the good ones.
Even that as well. Someone listening to us works at Event Cinemas. Fucking pass us on. Do something for us. Help a brother out.
Money, please.
All right. Let's jump to the questions. Let's get to the good. Finish off strong the way we always like to do this. If you ever want to send us any questions, Facebook, Instagram, a lovely meme or photo will go out on those platforms the day of recording. Send us whatever you want. It can be funny, stupid, not safe for work. They're the ones we like to hear the most.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll start with Facebook first. We'll go with Gemma. What TV shows are y'all watching or are into at the moment?
It never really interested me because these kind of sitcoms don't, and I don't care. But a good friend Jesse showed me that show Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
With the guy from American Pie, whatever his name is, Eugene Levy.
Yep.
And it's fucking brilliant, man. Like, it's really, really clever. It's not like... This sounds like an insult or a backhanded compliment. Excuse me. But it's like... It's not in your face funny.
Yeah.
It's just like every now and then there'll just be a fucking punchline, and it's actually a punchline. Like, it's... out of nowhere, it's just like astonishingly funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been fucking loving that. It's like 20-minute episodes or something, so you can just power through it. That's what I've been watching.
Easy. Very easy.
I highly recommend it.
Not as many for me. Like, I still haven't started watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet.
I've been watching that. I'm up to date on that.
By next week, I can just binge the whole thing. So I'm
good.
kind of happy with. I'm okay with that. But me and Brooke just started watching our reality show on Netflix, The Circle. Yep. Season 2 just kicked off.
Is that a Big Brother sort of thing?
Big Brother sort of thing. It's like a social networking type of one where they can either play themselves or pretend to be someone else.
Yeah, right.
So they don't ever get to see each other. They only communicate via the Circle chat.
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's a great show. Season 1 was brilliant. So yeah, we just finished the first 4 episodes last night.
Nice.
And can't wait for the next 4. So The Circle, check that out. Andy, has Adam wore the nun mask during sex? No. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, it's not very horny, is it?
It's not. Because the eyes are a little bit weird, and like one goes like the actual like material goes into my eye.
Yeah.
So I can only see out of one eye, and sex is a full.
But if you're hitting it from the back and you can somehow get it, put it on, and then like when she turns around, it's like, oh jeez.
Well, we've got the mirror in our room, like the full like sliding mirror, so it's like I could do it really quickly, and hopefully it pays off. But
it's also probably noisy. Like looking at the material, it's probably like.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. You can silently put it on. His next one is, what's the most unholy thing you have done?
Oh fuck! Everything I do, every second word out of my mouth is fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I say Jesus Christ a lot. You're not allowed to do that.
It's a bad.
Oh God!
I've slammed the door in a Jehovah's Witness before.
Yeah, plenty.
Just because I thought it was funny, and it was.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
No, I probably gave the finger to a church because I thought it was funny. Like, took a photo. I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe trying to wear like a metal band shirt in a church as well.
Are you like fully atheist?
I'm like fully hate everything about religion. It's poison.
Yeah.
I can get into it, but I don't want to. That's my opinions. Is that religion ruins everything.
Yeah, I'm just like, believe what you like as long as you don't hurt other people with it or force it onto others.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if you believe in God. If you want to believe in someone. Just always believe in
everyone else out of it.
Just believe in yourself before anyone else is all I've got to say for you on that one.
Nice. Strikingly profound. Well done.
Thank you. See,
That's quite sweet, yeah.
I can be smarter sometimes. All right, over to the Instagram. Chelsea, what is the best thing that happened this week for you guys?
My You Like That merch turned up.
That's true.
It's quite nice.
It's always good.
Got to spend a lot of time with someone I care very deeply about.
Which
quite nice.
I hope I get to find that out soon.
It's very nice. And then they were the only 2 good things that happened to me because I was just at work for the rest of it. So
fair. What happened to me this week? I feel like I had this ready to go and I've forgotten. Well, I got my tattoo artist Ben DeLuca Tattoo, hit him up on Instagram. His shirt this week. Also got a new blockbuster video game from Kmart. Yeah. Not video game, board game. Which is really fun. And I won. Well, me and MK won. Because if you get on the team with the podcast guy, you should be winning.
Yeah, fuck it, hope so.
Yeah.
The reason I went and saw the Unholy is because we didn't have internet at the house for that day. And I was just like, geez, you can't do much without the internet, can you? Like,
you really can't.
My whole life relies on it.
There you go. I'm going to go on the computer. Oh, wait, no, I can't.
And yeah, like, it's as if God is up there and he knew that we would have no internet because the PS4 needed a system update. Ugh. And you cannot do anything unless you update the system, but you need to download the update, which you can't do without internet. So I just I guess I'll go to the movies.
Yeah, and boy,
so
he both blessed you and punished you on that.
So that wasn't a good thing. It's just a thing that happened during the week.
Yeah, 100%.
And I also got this fucking vicious flu, so fuck off this week.
Yeah, there you go. If you lost your memory, what would be the first memory you would want to be told about?
Oh, that's deep.
Deep. I'd like to know that my family dog would survive 17 years and watch me grow up.
That's quite
from
nice.
A young sapling to an adult boy.
I would like to know that my parents turned out okay. Because like for the first few years of our lives, we were like battling money-wise.
Yeah,
like struggling. And then just all of a sudden, Mum got this job where, it turned everything around.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would just like to know that I got a rich mum who, who worked extremely hard to get to where she is now.
Yeah.
Broke her back and kept working for 3 weeks with a broken back to grind and get to the job she has now. So
fucking A.
I would like to know that those are the type of parents that I have, and that, you know, I'm fine because they're my parents.
Yeah.
You know, like,
fuck yeah.
You know, probably turn out all right.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Jacob, if I ate myself, would I become twice the size or disappear?
I think it's perpetual. It's an Ouroboros type of situation. You just like...
Fuck, those were way too big words for me, man. Hold on.
Okay, so perpetual is like all the time, permanent, constant.
Okay. Yep.
Ouroboros is the snake eating its tail. It's some sort of theory of... Yeah. So I think if you're just eating it, like you go down, come out your own bumhole, and just like keep doing that forever. I think it's neither of what he suggested.
Okay, I think Jacob also didn't think about it in any way like that. He literally is that dumb and just went, if I ate myself, would I be twice of me or non-existent?
Listen to Gajiro and you know what Ouroboros is, because it's track one on Art of Dying.
If I go like real on this, if you started to eat yourself, you would...
I don't think
only be able to get so much of yourself down.
You wouldn't get very far.
Then you die, and then you can't eat yourself anymore.
Yeah.
So unless you got someone like on hand to feed you yourself...
Yeah, because you can't go top to bottom or bottom to top. You would have to start where you can reach.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, your digestive system is going to die on you the minute you die anyway.
Yeah.
So essentially, you stay stationary, and you will always be one whole.
What if you eat part of yourself, and then you do a poo...
What
You're literally shitting yourself. That's the best joke. We've done this podcast for like 19 months now. That's the best joke I've ever
told. There it is, guys. We got there. 64 fucking episodes.
Shout out to myself.
We fucking got there.
Whew.
My God.
Fuck me, that was a great joke.
Jesus. Okay, let's... we gotta stop that one now. All right. Let's go with Jess. If you were acting in the other kind of films, what would your porn pseudonyms be?
First name Jack.
Yeah.
Last name Hammer. I've lost it. I've fucking lost it. And if you've ever had sex with me, that's even funnier because, boy, there ain't no jackhammering going on. My body barely moves.
I guess I'll just call myself the anchor. Straight up, I'll weigh down the sex. It won't be anything great.
You just lie on top of it with all your weight.
Well, basically, yeah, I throw myself on ya and I don't move.
That sounds really assaulting. It's like that in-betweeners bit where he just lays there.
Yeah. Same thing, just an anchor.
So basically 2 porns you absolutely would not watch.
Yeah, pretty much. You put those two side by side. All right, MK, what is the best scary movie and what is your worst scary movie? And where does this one sit with those?
Okay, best scary movie. I think Hereditary, like the best movie ever is Get Out. I said that on our You Like That Extra. But the best scary movie, because it's genuinely just soul-destroying and sickening, is Hereditary.
Yep.
Obviously. Oh, God, the worst one, it would have been The Curse of La Llorona.
Yep.
I don't think this one's even in the question. Like, this is such a nothing movie, you know? So, I guess it would be like any of those ones they just crap out, like Shutter, like any of those Japanese remakes that America does. Yeah, like Shutter, like The Grudge 4 or whatever they made. Like the American ones just kept going.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Best for me, like it's so hard for me to actually say what my like favorite or best scary movie I think is, because I struggle to remember any that are really good to watch again.
Yeah, I think the first Conjuring is extremely rewatchable.
I did not like the first Conjuring.
Really?
I didn't. I definitely preferred the second one.
Yeah, right.
I like the second one better than the first. But then I really, really liked Lights Out.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a big proponent of that.
Like, pure scare factor of that movie. If you're scared of the dark, you will never be able to watch this movie. Ever.
Director of Shazam, I say every time you mention it.
But then The Forest was really good.
Yeah, fuck, I need to watch that, hey?
I had another one on the top of my fucking brain there. Worst, though, I'll touch that, like, I always rank Slender Man as one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's there, but there's those other ones that, like, throw in the mix that they're just all equally as bad. Like, the one I watched last year, The Girl on the Third Floor, the Netflix one with CM Punk, and I was like, it's one of my favorite wrestlers in a horror movie. This will be sick. And it was one of the most abysmal things I've ever fucking watched in my life.
Throw Eli into that mix.
Yeah, Eli was fucking...
I somehow watched for our horror episode, one of our early episodes.
Jesus, hock of shit, that one.
Oh,
and the Bye Bye Man.
Bye Bye Man.
Ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, our boy Lee Winnell had a little cameo part in as well. But hey, he needed something to do for that one. You know, he was busy doing other things.
He also made The Invisible Man, so you can forgive him. For
exactly right. Forgive our boy. But this one comfortably sits definitely down at that bottom selection. Like, it's definitely a no contest of it gets thrown in that pool.
Awful. Yeah, immediately.
Like it's not thrown in up. It was bad, but I could watch it again. This is bad. I'm not going to watch it again. There's no reason for me to watch this again.
God no.
It's in that category.
Except maybe the same extras.
Yeah, just to figure out where they were at the same time. Where do we have now? Okay, Brooke. Favorite quote at the moment, or a saying you are using frequently?
I don't know.
Right now, for me, it is. It's a war movie, which is a reference right now because of the blockbuster game that we got.
Yeah, right.
That was because the whole thing of the game is you have 3 movies, and you have to describe them to your teammate and get them to guess it.
Yeah.
One is you have to describe one with one word.
Yep.
The other is a quote or a description of the movie.
Yep.
And the third is you have to act it like a charade. So MK's one, she had the movie Platoon.
Mm-hmm.
So she had to quote it or describe it. She literally just looked at me and went, "It's a war movie."
Did you get it?
Straight away. It was the first one I guessed. She said it's a war movie, but the way she said it was like, "It's a war movie." And I'm like, and? She's like, "It's a war movie." I'm like, "Oh, that's all you're giving me? Is a Platoon?" She's like, "Yes!" I'm like, fucking got that shit. So that's literally all I've been going around. It's just going, "It's a war movie."
I don't think I have one at the moment. It depends what TikTok I watched that morning.
Yeah.
Like if I watched a TikTok that particularly tickled me, I'll just quote that all day.
Fair.
So yeah, none today, unfortunately.
No, it's a dry day on the talk. A show you're obsessed with at the moment?
None. I don't think.
Not really obsessed with any.
Schitt's Creek's very good, but I'm not obsessed with it.
Yeah, I'm not exactly obsessed with anything.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier is incredibly good, but
yeah, I plan to obsess over that. I could say I'm obsessing over Attack on Titan, but I just keep not watching any more episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I fucking need to keep finishing because it's only like Attack on Titan's easy to watch. It's 25-minute episodes. It's fine. But then I just go, I could do something else.
First season and a half of Hannibal, I would say I was obsessed with.
Yeah, you really were.
Yeah, towards the end of season.
Mac through that really quick. Favorite new song you are listening to at the moment?
Friday was a big day for new music. It was really good. The new Cannibal Corpse record is unbelievably good. Yes. Like that band is fucking. They're a bunch of fat old men, and they're still like as fast and as heavy as any contemporary death metal band. And there's a song, I think it's track 6. I don't know any of the names because it's all ridiculous Cannibal Corpse shit.
Stupid.
Yeah, but there's a song that just has like a super modern breakdown.
Yeah.
In it. Like when Resurrection Man by Lamb of God happened and that breakdown hit and you're like, this goes toe to toe with anyone.
Yeah.
And it's Lamb of God. They've been doing it for. So yeah, track 6 on Cannibal Corpse. I don't remember what it's called. Look it up.
Yeah.
It's very good. Great record.
I've been all about Planet Zero from Hacktivist.
Mm-hmm.
Is fucking phenomenally really fucking good. When I first heard it, I'm like, yeah, it's a bop. And then I really started listening to it and I'm like, fuck, this is a bop. Like, their gentiness is still ridiculously stupid. Having the 2 rappers and Jot Maxi now being in the band, throwing in a bit of more screaming into the mix as well. It's just given them that extra oomph as a gent band. Because they were always sick with Ben and Jay doing just straight raps both ways. but Jot coming in and doing the raps that Ben would do, but now in newer stuff, throwing in a little bit, like not heavy screaming, but like a really distinctive, like yelling, aggressive type of scream, and it's adding a different vibration to the music now. But this song is just it's just so boppy, and it's just fucking brilliant.
I also listen to Decode by Paramore about 4 times a day. Yeah, the Twilight one.
Yeah,
fuck, so good.
I've been pumping the chorus, the Techno Syndrome Mortal Kombat remix recently too.
Fuck yeah.
to get anticipated because it's fucking amazing. But that and To the Grave released their album today as well, yesterday. It's a 19-track album.
Speaking of contemporary death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it goes 19 tracks. I've gone. I
haven't finished it yet, but
I started today on my way home, and I was like, "This is fucking stupid."
You know what? They are that good live as well. Shout out To the Grave.
To the Grave. Fuck, good guys. All right, let's end with Alyssa, of course.
Here she is. I didn't spoil these for myself this week.
Oh, wow. Okay, good. All right, we'll start with easy. Do you think you'd be a better actor, writer, or director?
Probably writer, I think.
I'd say that for you as well.
Yeah. I'm not a good actor. I did drama for 5 years, and I'm not a good actor at all.
Yeah.
I laugh at myself, as you noticed from before, when I just had a laughing fit.
Yeah.
See, I can't really do anything without giggling like a school child. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely writing for me.
Yeah.
I would get the most out of that.
I would go acting, for sure. I just always thought I'd fit the bill of being an actor. That or just a voice actor, but still performing more than anything.
That's definitely still acting.
It's always been my preference. But the close second would be writing, though, as well.
Yeah.
I'm not as smart in certain things, but I feel like I have enough stability to be able to write a somewhat readable script.
Yeah.
And set something up. More than anything with the help of another writer or so.
Directing, I have no fucking idea.
Directing, not a chance. I'll flip on the camera going like, all right, I guess do something.
Yeah,
but what scene? The middle.
Yeah. What aspect ratio do you want, the 4:3 or that?
Oh man, fuck. Okay. What TVs using these days?
Record,
12K. Can we record in 12K?
Just shoot it on an iPhone.
Jeez, yeah, fucking A. What's the worst boner kill for Daddy Jackman and Swordfish? A gun to his head or Johnny T's fanny tickler?
Oh, it's got to be Johnny T.
Got to be Johnny T's fanny tickler.
Got to be Johnny T. Listen to our extra in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Swordfish is a very strange movie.
Very strange movie. Strange.
John Travolta looks so weird.
He really
does. What
a
weird looking bloke. Yeah, and then Hugh Jackman gets sucked off with a gun against his head.
It was 2001 as well, so Johnny T should not be looking the way he did in that.
No. But yeah, I think, if you're getting sucked off, but you have a gun to your head, you're still getting sucked off, aren't you?
I'd be able to look away from the gun and be like, hey, something better's happening now.
Yeah, if I'm going to go, might as well just finish.
Either way, something's getting blown.
There it is. Yeah. There it is, baby. Joke of the episode.
There it is. All right, last one. Would you rather
God
watch a porn in the company of your mum or a porn by yourself featuring your dad?
The first one. By a country mile, the first one.
Really?
Yeah. My mum and I would find something to joke about.
Well, I guess it doesn't say you have to jack off to it or anything.
Yeah, exactly. We can just sit there platonically. And
yeah. But then wouldn't you be interested in what kind of moves your dad had, though?
No, not at all.
Okay, well, I got a little wog dad, so I kind of want to know what he'd be throwing and slinging around. Like, what was he doing the night I was conceived?
Probably having sex.
But in what way? Because I look at him and I go, what could you ever bring to the table?
Yeah.
What are your moves?
Yeah, and like old school sex too, there probably wasn't any moves.
Yeah, 94, strange time.
Yeah.
There you go. How were they doing it back then? What was the thing?
Yeah.
I don't want to know, but I do want to know.
Yeah.
Never let my dad hear about this because he'll tell me.
I'd record my mum and I watching a porn for the podcast. Just do like a commentary video. That'd be heaps fun. That'd be really funny, actually.
Okay, well, I guess that's what to expect in the future for the You Like That podcast.
Yeah, nice surprise for her.
Oh, jeez. Jesus. All right, that brings us to an end of the questions. That brings us to the end of the episode. Guys, thank you very much for sticking around, watching us, listening to us, wherever you are in the world, or at home or in a car, wherever you listen to us. As said, like, share, subscribe on everywhere, wherever you find us, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, all the good stuff. We're available everywhere you can find something to listen to our faces will be there. As always, still go buy our merch if you want to support us in that way. You like that podcast.store. Get shirts, hoodies, phone cases, whatever the fuck you want. It's all there, ready for you to purchase, and they look delicious.
Very good.
The AS Color ones feel amazing.
Oh mate, the AS Color ones are so nice.
That's what you want to rep. All right. So, guys, until we see you in the midweek for the You Like That Extra podcast review, you've been joined with me. My name is Adam, and I've been one half of the You Like That podcast.
My name's Jack, and I retire from comedy forever because I've made the best joke I'll ever make. My name's Jack, and I have been... How do I do this?
Come on, remember.
I have been the other half of the You Like That podcast.
There he is. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
Bye.